Hey, I'm Virgo, and this is Psychedelic Actualization. On this channel we talk about topics like self-realization, self-actualization, and working with psychedelics to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. So if you're interested in these kinds of topics, then subscribe to the channel. First of all, take a deep breath with me, please. Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. And that's the topic that I want to talk about today. Like, it's an insight that I gained on psychedelics a lot, and a realization I have when I'm on psychedelics. And I try to integrate that realization more and more into my own life. And I realize it over and over again. And it's this. Life is simple. In a sense. I mean, on the other hand, it's also infinitely complex and not as simple as it seems. But on the other hand, it's simple to enjoy the simple things, you know? And I do find my joy in the simple things more and more as I go deeper on this path of self-realization and self-actualization. Just for example, that deep breath. To take the time to breathe deep and appreciate the fresh air in nature. It's such a simple thing, but we can practice to enjoy these simple things. Just to listen to the wind and listen to the water and hear what it says. Or just to watch that beautiful sunrise or that beautiful sunset and tap into the appreciation and the feeling of gratitude for this simple experience. It's such a simple insight. And I guess oftentimes we like to make it complicated. And we like to think about stuff more than it's necessary. Even like finding a job, going to work, even if it's not your life purpose. It's a simple thing. And you can try to enjoy this simple activity that you're doing and to be in the moment while you're doing it. Because there's beauty in everything. And when we silence our minds and we go deeper into the silence and the enjoyment of existence, we can find our joy in the simple things. We can find our joy in a beautiful meal that we're cooking and that we're appreciating while we're eating it. Or we can find our joy in this simple breath, in this simple stretching routine that brings us into the presence, into that simple activity of reading. We make it so complicated, but we can. Every one of us can find our joy in the simple things. I remember one story. I was sitting by a river with a friend and we were smoking some changa, and then this girl passed by and we smoked a pipe with her. It was her first changa experience, and before the changa experience we talked to her about her life and what she experienced and what's going on in her life. And she was like, putting on that perspective of, oh, it's not that easy. It's complicated. I don't have a simple life, you know, because I have to finish my studies there, but I'm living there, and this is going on and this is going on. And we were like talking to her about the simplicity of life. And then we had this beautiful, actually 2 beautiful Changa experiences together. And afterwards we were exchanging contacts, and it was beautiful. She was like reflecting about her life and about this existence, and now she's like in my phone and in my notebook with the label Alice with the Simple Life. And it's so beautiful. It was such a joyful moment for me, because we shared this experience and we talked a lot, and more she was like realizing it's not that complicated. I make it more complicated than it is. So she tapped more into the joy of the simple life and of the simple things. And you can find this simplicity in a routine. You can find this simplicity in an adventure. You can find this simplicity everywhere. And just to appreciate these simple things. Like I'm sitting here and I'm watching this beautiful sunset, and I'm looking around and I see these leaves and these trees. And I can just appreciate them. It's so simple, you know? I can walk barefoot and enjoy the sensations on my feet while I'm walking on different territory. We can enjoy taking a shower. We can enjoy everything. It's so beautiful. That's just a simple insight that I wanted to share. A simple insight that I wanted to share with you today. Sometimes life is simple, and we make it more complicated than it is. Of course, as I told you, it's also infinitely complex, and sometimes it's more complex than we think it is, but that's a different topic. What I wanted to focus on today is just like the ability to find joy in the simple things, like listening to the wind and hearing what the river says or what the birds are singing, and to find the joy in this. It's so beautiful. And if we can do it more and more, it gets like, it's a practice, and you get better at it, at enjoying the simple things. Yeah, it's so beautiful. There are so many more examples that I can give you. Like, there are infinite number of examples. So what are your favorite simple things to enjoy? Write it down in the comment section below. So thank you very much for watching this simple video. Much love. Namaste. If you're interested in topics like self-realization, self-actualization, and working with psychedelics to live a more authentic and fulfilling life, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, join our Facebook group. All the links are in the video description below. And yeah, it's a beautiful insight. Also on psychedelics, it's always so astonishingly simple. These insights sometimes that I get on psychedelics. Sometimes they're like so obvious. They're so simple. But we forget, and we like to forget these simple and obvious insights, like enjoying the simple things, like appreciating the food, or the air we breathe, or the ground we walk on, or the sounds we hear. Beautiful. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.